I mean, it's not, I wasn't nearly in jail, nowhere close, but like, it's the closest I've been. That's the closest I've been to jail. And if I ever go to jail, it's going to be something.
You had like a moment of clarity of like, fuck me. It can get worse.
Yeah. All right, I'm not going to cut in there. Okay, we were just having a conversation that I can't put in the podcast. But speaking of moment of clarity, you know how I've always freaking out about how many notes I've got for the episode. Like, I got a couple today, but I had a moment of clarity about the notes for the episodes today. I was taking a shit, and I was thinking about... Of course you were. The greatest...
I'm shocked you weren't DMing me.
I wasn't, no. Because I was having my moment of clarity.
Oh, okay then.
Do you remember the Talk to the Hand podcast?
Yeah.
Which ran for like 26, 27 episodes.
Yeah, it was a while.
I had a moment of clarity when I was like, I never took notes on that thing. And we never ran out of shit to talk about. Maybe the others brought notes. Maybe they did. I don't think they did. We just had a topic and we just turned up and just talked.
Yeah, but you know what? Pete constantly used that random generator question fucking thing.
Oh,
and like used that all the time. So yes and no.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Thank you. You ruined my moment of clarity.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
This is my journey in life, is to absolutely shit on every single one of your parades.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah, no problem.
ShockMouths is the expert. He's the boob expert.
I heard his podcast, and it's awful. Don't listen to it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the ShockMouths podcast, the only podcast that has had more chances than a cat has lives. I'm Mikey Mitch, and with me today, as always, is today's replacement Ripley, Miss Perfect Paradox. How are you?
Hi. Oh, fair to middling. How are you?
Good, good. I clicked something on my computer and everything minimized. I don't know why. Anyway.
Yeah, and like for a split second, it said stream offline as well. So make sure you're still recording.
Yeah, I'm still recording.
Okay, good. Because you will fuck it up. Like there will come a time where you'll be like, oh, I'm doing the whole fucking thing, and then you're gonna get to the end and go, fuck me.
I had just before we were recording, I told you what was the biggest fuck up of my goddamn life. I have no idea. I was more worried about how my mum was going to react to that. I got home from the place where I may or may not have, I don't even know, may have done a is it a misdemeanor? What's a misdemeanor?
Misdemeanor. Yeah.
What's a misdemeanor?
Yeah. Misdemeanor is
a minor. It was minor wrongdoing.
It was not, yeah. It was like literally like a minor infraction.
Very minor infraction, but I'm a goody two shoes too. So for me, that's like a fucking federal what's the word?
Indictment.
The one where you fuck up really bad, you got to go to federal prison. Thank you. Thanks for your help. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I'm like, all I know is federal indictment. I don't.
Well, I can't talk about that one, but I've got another one.
Right.
I had fucked up the other day. I went out for coffee with Lauren, and turns out a friend that she's made over the past year, because her kid is friends with her kid, and something like I think they became friends that way. Like, because they're both moms and they both have children that are friends, so now they're friends. Well, I went to school with this friend.
Yeah, because they usually do that, like, with women that's kids are around the same age.
Yeah.
Like, women instinctually and naturally create, like, this community with other women's children.
Yeah.
So that they can foster the development of their kid.
Yeah. Well, I went to primary school and high school with this woman that she's become friends with, because it's Newcastle, it's small, everybody just fucking knows each other. So I went out for coffee with them, and here's how I fucked up. Okay, so on Snapchat, I think I've mentioned this friend that I made on Snapchat or Tinder in like January. We're just friends. I think I was on a bonus episode, actually. Sorry.
It was on a bonus episode, and if I recall, it was the catalyst to your problems with Twiz.
Yes, that one that I'm still friends with.
That
the one that thinks that's funny.
That you're still fucking friends with and thought that it was hilarious.
Yes. Well, we had a snap streak going, right? And I was like, eating at this cafe, and I thought, okay, here's a good time to fucking snap a picture of the food and just fucking send it to her. Just keep the streak going. I snap it. The flash goes off on the phone. Bing! And I'm like, oh shit, now people know I was taking a photo of my food. 5-10 minutes later, I realized that the person I went to school with is breastfeeding across from me.
You did it!
But she had a kid under a blanket. She had a kid under a blanket. But very weird if you're doing that and a guy sitting across from you that you haven't seen in 20 years snaps a picture where it looks like, because the angle where the food was and where she was, it was like pointed kind of directly down. Kind of would have looked like it was at her, but it wasn't. She wasn't in the frame at all. But it was like very fuck. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm fucking dying.
But this friend that I went to school with, the one that I went to school with, she's like you. She's kind of like you in that if she did see that and suspected that I was doing some
she would have said something.
No, she would have jumped the table and beat the shit out of me with the child attached to her dick. She'd stop short of that video. Did you see the video of that crazy woman that like threw a dog at someone?
Yeah, I saw that this week.
Just short of that. She wouldn't attack me with the child. She'd stop just short of that.
Like, first of all, thank you for thinking I'm that violent. Second of all, I watched that whole thing with that woman and the dog.
Yeah.
She's got to be mentally ill. Like, she is not
drugs.
there. She is. Oh, no, I think maybe a combination of both. She might be dual diagnosis, but like, which is, it's typical that, people like that self-medicate anyway. So it wouldn't surprise me if she was on drugs, but, anyway, sidetrack, but she's definitely not all there. Like, that elevator does not go to the top. Like, for real.
She's got to take the stairs.
She's got to take the stairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just I felt bad for the dog and for the guy that she was harassing, but like my heart just broke for a human being in that much pain. Like, she's just so not upstairs. It's just So
following on from last episode, which wasn't last week, I wanted to thank people for their comments saying. And I didn't realize that people would pay attention to this bit when I said I was going for a truck license. And people started writing in the comments, oh, congratulations on the truck license. I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, I got to clear some shit up here. Technically, I don't have the license, okay? There's 2 stages to get your truck license here in this state. First, you got to do this, like, written test, which isn't really written. It's like a multiple choice quiz test on a computer. That's what I did. That is what I passed. There's a second step before you actually get the license, and that is you got to go to...
Behind the wheel for 2 days with an instructor, and they take you through everything, and it costs $2,000.
Now, I didn't fucking do that yet because I was like, well, I'll wait till next year and do that. I'll save up some money and do that. Because I don't have I have $2,000, but I can't justify spending that right now. So what I did instead was I went to become I won't say the company name for legal reasons, but you know who I'm talking about when I say a rideshare driver.
Yeah.
And my car required so many repairs, it has cost me, plus the insurances, and I didn't realize this until it was all done, nearly $2,000. Fuck!
So the universe is cackling at your ass right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What about, hold on, what about the training for poker?
Yeah, so that was the other thing that I'd spent, because these 2 things that I did, this was a 2-day course, cost about $250. I was like, yep, I'll get that, then I can get a job. Okay, what it is I got my responsible service of alcohol, not license. I don't think it's a license. It's
so
like a
bartending license, basically.
Kind of, yeah. And a responsible service of gambling. So the responsible service
Isn't that an oxymoron?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was basically, they teach you what you can legally do and get away with in selling gambling.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, the gray area, the loopholes.
And what to do when someone wants to self-exclude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I had a question for the instructor. I said, hang on, so what, because you might get them in, like, you take them into a private room where there's a legal contract that once they sign, they are legally not allowed in the venue, in the gaming area of the venue for 6 months. Okay. And I said to the guy, okay, well, what if they're, like, the paperwork's in front of them, you've taken them through all of the legalities, they're about to sign, and this is a real problem gambler that you personally know has a problem and should be signing. But then they, just as the pen's about to hit the paper, they're like, oh, nah, I don't know, I'll go think about it.
No, I'm good.
I said,
yeah.
Are you allowed to, like, say, listen, man, I really think you should sign this? Are you allowed to? And he's like, no, you've got to be Swiss. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
How do you sleep at night?
No.
He was. I'm not shitting on that guy too. He was a funny guy. He had some.
No. I'm
stories.
just. I'm actually kind of thinking, like, isn't that kind of like somewhat the thought of, like, what a higher power or God would have to deal with? Like, honestly, like, you can provide choices. You can provide whatever you can and choices and possibilities, and somebody could just stand back and say, hey, no, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, you can provide them like counseling services and stuff like that and say, here, take this, go find that. I encourage you to find that. What have you. But yeah, you can't make them sign. But yeah, there was some fucked up. You
can't influence someone to sign something. That's their whole thing.
There was some fucked up stories about what gambling has done to people. There was a guy recently down in, I think it was DYRSL down in Sydney. He was treated like a little local celebrity because of how much he was gambling at the venue, how much he was putting through the poker machines. He only started gambling in 2016.
Oh. Damn.
That venue now has a special condition on it because I told you about the self-exclusion scheme where a person can come forward and say, don't let me gamble. Okay. Currently, there is no third-party exclusion where, like, a partner can come in and say, look, my partner's really sick. They can't be gambling. Just don't let them get... That doesn't exist. Except for this venue now. This venue has had extra regulations put on it because of what they did. They took this guy out on cruises, on big fancy lunches, golf trips, like, because he was spending so much money on their poker machines, on their slots.
Oh, he was a whale. Yeah.
Yeah, a whale. Well, you can't fucking do that shit here. I don't know about casinos. Maybe they're different. But at fucking sports bars and shit, no, they can't be doing this. Because he spent, and this was all over by 2018. By 2018, he had spent $3.5 million through their machines. And he killed himself. Which is what caused this fucking inquiry. Because he killed himself, I think it was the coroner ordered the venue to bring up all of his... Because we have... I think you can get with your membership card at the club, you can put it in the machine and it will record every time you put money in and every time you
every transaction because what happens because you get points for the time that you put in.
So the court demanded, like, ordered them to hand over those transactions. And that's when
I'm surprised those transactions weren't accidentally deleted.
Oh fuck, they'd be in so much more deeper shit than we were. I think
because do you guys have civil course of action if it's not criminal, but they have a civil course of action where they're held liable for somebody's death?
Well,
like, criminally speaking, they can't be charged. Liability speaking, they are accountable for it, and a jury fines for it.
They got a fine.
Do you guys have that kind of thing?
They got a fine. I think it was $275,000, which is
from the state or whatever, right?
They had to pay that to the state, I think. Yeah.
State. Okay. So can the family though turn around and sue the casino? Saying that they had full knowledge.
They probably could, and I don't know if they are
liable for part of the man's death. I'd be interested to see if you guys have that as an option.
I think they can. I wouldn't say why not.
Okay.
I don't know if they are. Can't remember.
It wouldn't surprise me if they did it though. Like, honestly. Like, like forget their fine to the state. That's all like politics and bullshit. But like, if the family really wanted to make a stink or they really wanted to make a stand about it, they would sue the casino.
I can't remember if this was the same guy or a different guy, but there was a guy first time he played the slot machine, he won 30 grand. He won the jackpot, $30,000. He's like, wow, this is fucking easy. He won it again a week later. I think this might have been the same guy, and that's where he just got so hooked on them.
Spiraled.
Here's why that's a bad idea to play these machines regularly. And I used to play them regularly up until 2011, and I went, fuck this. This isn't fun at all anymore. I'm out. And I started up again. I started playing them again over the last year. Not much. I'm not like I did before.
Wait, the machines or just poker? Which one?
The slot machines.
Oh, so you have been playing those machines.
I thought
you were just doing poker.
No, I played the machines a little bit. But nowhere near as much as what I did. But what I noticed was there was a machine that I would play called More Chili, and it would pay out heaps, right? But since I started playing again, I don't play any of the new ones because, like, I've been out of it. I was out of it for 9 years. Those new machines, I don't know. They don't interest me at all.
I don't understand any of it.
Yeah, it's like I've been in jail.
It's like, wait, what the fuck? Like, how does that line equal that and that? Like, none of it fucking makes sense.
Exactly. So I go back to More Chili. If there's More Chili, I'll play that one. And then when they eventually retire that, whatever. But I'll put in $20 a week. And here's why I'm not doing any more than that is because... And remember, keep in mind, I said that back in the day in 2011, this machine paid out a lot. Now it doesn't. And it really confused me before I did this course. I'm like, why is it not paying out as much? Like, I played it because of the way the feature worked. Like, features when... how do I explain a feature?
When you hit something, you get a special feature.
You get special bonus games on it. The way that game's bonus games works was like, I thought was really good. I'm like, this is why it pays out so much because of how this game, blah, blah, blah. It has nothing to do with that. Every single machine in this state, I only know about this state. I don't know about how it works over there. Every machine in this state has an equal chance of winning. All the money that goes in, 87%, they legally have to do this. It has to return 87% of the money that gets put in. 13% of it will never see the light of day again. So to keep it easy, I don't put in $100, but I'm going to say if you put in $100 just to keep this easy, for every $100 you put in, it will keep $87 in a bank in the machine, and $13 of it it'll keep. Now, as you put more money in, the bank grows and grows and grows, and that's where all the payout money comes from.
Right.
This is where the myth of that machine is more lucky than that machine, because it's not. They're not any more lucky than the other. It's just that more people will play one, and so it'll have more money in its bank to pay out than this other machine that doesn't get played very much. And when I learned this, I'm like, whoa, that's why the machine that I played back in 2011 used to pay out a lot, and then I stopped for ages. Because it was new. And then I stopped for years, and now I come back in, I'm like, I'll play this one again. And it's paying out fuck all. Even when I got like a really good feature, really good bonus, it's just not doing it. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because no one's playing it.
Right.
So I was like, well, this has destroyed all of the fun.
Once again, you failed.
Yes.
Correct.
Oh, there was also I saw it on Facebook Marketplace one time, that game, and it was like they were selling it for like $1,000, right? I saw it ages ago, and I was like, man, I would love to. Like an
actual machine?
Yeah, an actual machine. And I was like, man, I would love to one day just buy that, have it decommissioned or whatever, and just have it in my living room or something to preserve. Maybe not my living room, maybe in the basement, just to preserve, right? And then during the course, it came up about like what happens to machines that the pubs and clubs give back. And I brought it up. I was like, oh, hey, wait, I saw one of these on Facebook Marketplace. Is that legal? And he's like, no.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you sure it was a machine? I'm like, I didn't think that they weren't legal.
Yeah, no, not legal.
You may or may not have seen a machine for sale.
This course has destroyed all of my dreams.
Education tends to do that.
Yeah. So, my advice, do not put any more than $20 into these machines. It's probably the same, if not worse, in America. By the way, fun fact, America actually...
Or go play poker.
America invented the slot machine, but we perfected it.
I did know that.
But we perfected it.
No, you all just paid into it more.
No, we perfected it. We now design...
I can't say that because we have Vegas, and Vegas is like...
And you know where those machines come from?
Yeah. Probably Australia.
Yes. Yes, we designed them. Oh, the other interesting thing. Here's another interesting thing. Because
That's like
now,
your only useful fucking export.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way the video slot machines work is it's like every single picture on the slot has a digital value, say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 60.
Yeah.
And when you press the button, it has figured out in a microsecond what the result is going to be. So then when you see the pictures going down, like, it's not figuring out as it goes along. It's already figured it out.
It's already done.
And so if you get, say, the ace picture, do you have those on your slots? I'd say, whatever. You get
some of them.
You get 4 pictures in a row, right? And then the 5th one, you see the picture come down.
You'll spinning and spinning and spinning.
Yeah, but you might see the 5th picture like kind of come down, but then go back up and disappear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you think, oh shit, I just missed out. No, you didn't just miss out. You were never gonna get it. They just put that there in the animation to make you think that you fucking nearly got it, to make you keep playing more. They're fucking evil machines.
If you realize like the mind games that they've been able to incorporate in the machines is just it's somebody had to have been a behavior specialist on the team to get all that shit put together.
And with
because
the music
it is specifically designed. Yeah, it's specifically designed to encourage immediate gratification.
Yeah, that's why I loved more chili.
That
is why I loved more chili.
Impulsive and immediate gratification, and they construct and they mechanize all these machines in order to do that. And I'm actually really impressed by it, to be honest. I think it's really fucking impressive. And at the same time, I'm totally disgusted because it's to mind fuck somebody into that and they have a predisposition for compulsion and obsessive behavior. It's a bad fucking combo because then you come out a gambling addict.
Yeah. And here's the weird thing with the responsible service of alcohol thing. The day before, they taught you how to spot a drunk person. And when you see that they're drunk, cut them off. At what point to cut them off?
See, and that's what's interesting. The reason why I brought up the civil thing is because bars can be held liable criminally even. Well, I don't know about in Australia, but here they can be held liable criminally if they overserve and they allow a person to get behind the wheel.
Yeah. Same here.
They have been held accountable. Here. So it's not only it's a very close step for gambling establishments to be next.
Well, that's the weird thing I was going to say.
Step.
It's weird that you can be found criminally negligent for that with drinking, and they teach you. They taught you how to cut someone off who have drunk too much. But with gambling, you can't.
You can't say shit.
You can't cut them off for gambling too much. You can provide help, and you basically you're not allowed to encourage it. Basically, you are not allowed to advertise it. You're not allowed to have competitions that require you to gamble more to win the competition. Sorry, you go.
We have here a regulation that they have to post if you are having a problem. Contact GA, Gamblers Anonymous, and we have those. They legally have to be posted in the establishment.
Yeah, we got that
too. And then with that, they have to legally offer you resources if they see anything that's going on above and beyond. But you cannot interrupt or influence a self-evacuation thing where you can't, where you say I'm going to be gone for 6 months, and you can't have any kind of say in how much they actually gamble.
Yeah.
Like you can try to put them on a lower table, but honestly, like you really can't kick them out unless they're being belligerent.
Yeah. Pretty much. And it's really weird that we've got those two, for like how it's so different, drinking and gambling. There was
and that's the thing, is that I don't think that people understand, and honestly, I'm not even sure addicts understand, is that they have a predisposition for addiction. It's an obsessive compulsive fucking disease and an illness. And if you find an outlet, it doesn't matter what it is. It can be alcohol, it can be drugs, it can be gambling, it can be sex, it can be shopping, and you more than likely will switch your addiction into another category if you refrain or restrain from the addiction of your choice.
Yeah.
So people will often find that they have switched their addiction. I know alcoholics and addicts especially love going to sex. Because again, immediate gratification.
Yeah.
But you'll often find that I think industries don't treat addictions, no matter what it is, as an illness, and they don't go about it in an appropriate way.
Mm-hmm.
Like they really don't. And I think that in any kind of organization, whether it be gambling, anything that creates immediate gratification and instant rewards and, manipulation of behavior patterns, you should look out for addicts, because addicts are drawn to it. That's their drug of choice is more. Mm. And I think that a lot of industries haven't realized that yet. Like the alcoholism, and if somebody gets into an accident and they've been overserved, they don't look at the illness aspect and say, okay, this person has really had a hard time with addiction. Yeah. And I think a lot of industries are going to start following suit to the alcohol and the drug industry.
Yeah. There was a story on the day I did the alcohol one of a kid. Now, just a reminder, in America, I know it's 21, the drinking age. In Australia, here it's 18. So this kid finished high school.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
When Akieri came over,
she was 19.
No, when Akieri came over, she was. Oh, okay. Well, you just ruined my story. I was going to say, when Akieri came over, she was 19. It was like, wow, I can drink. And I'm like, yeah.
I love that girl. Yeah. Still love that girl.
There was a kid. He was 18. I mean, he's not really a kid, but he's still a kid to me. He's 18, finished high school, went and did his responsible service of alcohol course, what have you, became a bartender, and one night, some 18, 19-year-olds come in. He checks their ID like you're supposed to. If they look under 25, you've got to check. They're all fine. All the IDs are good. But he didn't watch them. He just gave them the drinks. They went out to the courtyard, but he didn't watch them, which is what you're apparently supposed to do. I didn't know this.
And they were sharing their drinks.
There was a 17-year-old out there.
Yeah, of
course. Who didn't come to the bar, which is why he didn't get checked. Yeah. Now, maybe they had someone at the door that missed him. Maybe he jumped over the fence and got in. But, it's that 17-year-old later that night went home and drove his car and rolled it. He didn't die, but his parents tried to sue that kid, or that 18-year-old bartender.
Yeah.
Because and the bar. And the 18-year-old had to front court about it. He got off. The court didn't find that he was responsible because he did the right thing. Technically, he checked everyone's ID that was coming to the bar, and they're all fine.
Yeah, but do you know how much time, money, and effort went into him trying to defend himself?
Yeah. I know.
I mean, it was an accident. It was a fucked up accident. Yeah. The kid should have known better. Anybody who drives while drinking, I have no words for you. Literally, that is beyond a level of stupid. But it was still an accident. Yeah. And I think people have forgotten that accidents happen and just let it go. Some things are not worth it.
Let it go.
Yeah, shut up. Oh, fuck me.
Yeah. So, now I can work in bars and stuff. And now in the comments are going to go, oh, congratulations that you're working in a bar. No, I'm not working in a bar. I have applied to so many and no one has called me back because they've all got the same thing. Oh, we want you to have at least a year of experience.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
okay, so I'll give you a little hint. So I was a bartender at one point in my life.
Yeah.
And that is because I went to the dingiest fucking hole in the wall that I could find.
Oh no. Because
I asked to be a fucking bartender and said I would work for free for a certain amount of time for a trial time.
Damn it.
And if I learned and I picked it up quickly and they liked me, then to bring me on as an employee and, but during that trial period, I was still getting half the tips if I was with someone, or I was getting all the tips because I was on my own. And so that was the deal we struck, is that they didn't have to pay me per hour as an employee, and I would just work for tips. Yeah. And I got to tell you, it was fantastic. I loved it.
I hate you.
I know. I'm all right with that.
Do you know why I hate you?
No.
My stepfather said the same goddamn thing. Right? We got 2 pubs. There's 2 pubs near my house, right? One of them was advertising that they needed someone. That's what triggered me to like, oh shit, I'm going to run out, get my thing so that I can apply. Yeah. That's the bar that Akieri and I went to when she came over here. So she knows the one I'm talking about. Now, he said, why don't you go to the one across the street? Because they'll let you work there for free for a week so that you can try it out and see what it's like. Exactly what you just said. And it is the most piece of shit bar that there is. Like, I've been back to it this year, and I used to bring people there 10 years ago. I didn't take Akieri there, but I remember I took girlfriends 10 years ago there from Sydney. I would bring them up, and I would take them to that
show them a good time, huh?
Yeah, and I'm like, how good is this? And they'd be all like, this is fucking shit. And I go back, and I'm like, did it get shit, or is it always
How did you ever get married? Like, I get the divorce part, but like, how did you ever get married to begin with? Like, did you drug her or hypnotize her?
No, she hypnotized
like,
me. She hypnotized me.
Likely story.
Oh.
Likely story. Yeah, no, that's the way to do it, though, Mitch. Like, honestly. Fucking go and work, and I wouldn't even say a week. I would honestly say 2 pay periods or a full pay period, or I did a month just because it was my 3rd job, so I could float a month, and I knew that I would get paid really good tips. Because I got news for you. Hole in the walls, fuckers tip. Like,
well,
they know how to tip.
Here. We don't have that here. It's not a thing here.
Oh, that's right. You guys don't have tips.
Yeah, because we get paid properly.
Yeah. Oh, fuck off. And you have insurance and yes. Stop being a first world fucking country, huh?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
It's getting hot in here. Fucking hell.
You guys are going into summer, huh?
Yeah.
And yeah, see, it's already dropped down into the 40s here.
People keep saying like...
Which is like 0 there.
People keep saying, oh, maybe COVID will get better now that we're going into summer. It's like, no. Do you watch what happens overseas? Have you seen what's happened in America? They're coming out of summer, and they've had 200 million people die.
Not 200 million. Are you out of your
fucking sorry, 200,000.
220,000.
Sorry, 200,000. 2 out of 3 Americans are dead.
200 million people are dead.
2 out of 3 Americans are dead.
Oh, God, that's funny.
That. God damn it. I meant 200,000, and I was thinking, shut up.
I think we're at 220 now, believe it or not. Oh, like, if I recall, someone told me the other day that it's 10,000 people now a day.
Dying?
Testing positive.
Oh, testing
10,000 a day. That's what I heard. Or that's what someone told me. Oh, you guys can check it out or not. Don't take my word for it. But that's what I was told.
I'll just check it now. Do you think, USA COVID, do you think the president actually had it? Oh, so it's more than that. Thing. Holy shit. Look at this.
Is it really?
It's 50,000 a day. 40 to 50,000 a day. Jesus.
A day?
A day.
Oh, fuck me. It's just... don't get me started. It's just... okay, so I have a YouTuber friend of mine, you know what? I'm not going to call him a friend because he's kind of like an acquaintance, but he's very friendly. I'm very friendly. We're on great terms. Anyway, he asked me to review some Karen compilation videos. So because the last stream he did, which was like a Karen freak out like stream or whatever, which was really cool.
Yeah.
One of the videos dropped gamer words.
Oh, yep.
With a hard R. And so he was like, oh shit, I need people to review these videos before we go on stream. So I actually offered, because it's one of my sick pleasures actually, is watching freak out videos. And like car chases too. I don't know why. Anyway, so like I said I would review them and I'd send him a list of good videos to use. And I've got to tell you, I don't know what happened or when it happened, but like women my age fucking lost their goddamn minds. Like they have lost their fucking minds.
Are these the ones that called the police on non-white people
Dog
having
walker,
a barbecue?
or like someone bird watching? Yeah, exactly. It's so bad. It is so bad.
I don't know. Is it that you're just paying more attention? I got to mention Akieri's trip out here again. I think this is just your culture. I'm not ragging on Akieri because she's not here to defend herself. And I still think about this every time. Every time I'm near this section of highway in, I'll just say where it is. I don't care. I don't live in it. Charlestown. Every time I'm at this section of highway in Charlestown, I remember what happened when she was here. So what happened, we parked like on the side of there's like a parking section on the side of the highway. And we go into the shopping center, do our shit, we come back. Someone has illegally parked in front of my car and they've parked so close that I can't get out.
Right.
And it was a big, we call it a ute, but it was a big pickup truck. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I'm 19 as well, so I'm tight. 18. I think I was 18, not even 19. And I was
and you're like a shrimp anyway.
Yeah, and I was a bigger shrimp back then. I was anorexic looking. Like, I didn't have all of this body mass that I've got now. Like, I could maybe, if I take the pink hat off, take off this anime SpongeBob and put on something tough and I get a mean look, maybe I could fake it if I'm, like, really good. Like, just, and pray that they don't call the bluff. But back then, I was like an anorexic little bitch. So seeing this giant pickup truck, I'm like, okay, well, let's go for a walk and come back later. And Akieri went, no, we have to tell this man off. You can't do that. She was going to go full Karen on him. And I'm like, no.
And you looked at her like she was on crack.
Well, we didn't. I got us out of there before he got back.
Of course you did.
So I just think that's your culture. I think this has always been the thing. This was in 2006.
No, see, here's the thing, though. Like, okay, so our culture has always been very vocal, and we've always been very entitled. We've always thought our shit didn't stink. When I would travel, I would even lie that I was Canadian because we are hated so much across the fucking world. Even this was way before Trump, even before Obama. Like, I would do traveling and people would be like, oh, are you American? And I'm like, no, I'm Canadian. They're, oh, cool. Right on. Welcome. It's honestly, we Americans put bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. And we don't fucking take shit from nobody. So, yeah, I get it from her perspective, definitely, of like, tell the fucker to move. Like, what do you mean just go around the block and fucking kill time because you ain't got no balls? Like, if you're not going to say nothing, I'm going to say something because it's disrespectful.
Yeah, but he had a big truck, which means he would have been a big man, which means he'd kill me.
Not necessarily, because they usually compensate.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Saying.
This was around the time in Newcastle.
So I get her.
This was around the time in Newcastle. People were dying on a Friday, Saturday night just because. People would go out, drink too much. Let's fucking stab someone to death. Whatever. Like,
jeez.
It doesn't happen anymore, but that was going on a fair bit then.
I mean, we may be rude, but we don't go around stabbing people.
Well, we did back then because we were bored.
Because we were bored. See, if you had appropriately, like, expressed your hostilities instead of, like, internalizing them to the point of where when you got drunk, you could actually, like...
I think it was the drugs,
you
too.
know.
Someone nearly, in 2006 at night, someone nearly did fight me for no reason because he thought I was talking to him, but no one was around and no one was saying a word. So I'm pretty sure he was on some sort of drug. But in 2007, when I moved to Sydney, I remember I was meeting up with my housemate in what you call downtown, but in the city bit, like George Street, whatever. And I remember it got to 6 o'clock and the sun was going down. And I broke out. I went, "Oh, we got to get home." And he's like, "Why?" And I said, "The sun's going down." Like, I'm serious. I wasn't joking. I was like, "We are going to die. This is Sydney. It is 10 times bigger than Newcastle. We're going to fucking die." He's like, "Why?" I said, "Someone's going to stab us." And he's like, "No, that doesn't happen here. No, we're going out for dinner right now." And we're going to have fun.
See how it's only 7 o'clock?
Yeah. But then they brought in new liquor laws in Newcastle to stop all the violence. So, like, they banned shots, pretty sure. I don't know if they're They're only now just thinking about winding that back a bit, if they haven't already. 2006 it was. It's now 2020.
Yeah. Well, you know, it takes a minute. Everything takes a minute. And if it's America, we like going 3 steps forward and 5 back. Yeah. So, you know, we're working on it.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to bring this up. I saw this yesterday. I think it was KFC Jesus brought this to my attention. Did you hear about the 19-year-old that married an 89-year-old? I got into a discussion about this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So my initial reaction was that. So all I was told. Let me say this. All I was told was that she was 19, he was 89. They were married happily, and that was it. That's all you know?
That's all I was told to begin with.
Okay.
My initial reaction is it's nobody's fucking business. Like, none.
Okay, but we're going to make
fuck
it our business.
Who you want to fuck and, you know, do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
And then I found out that she was working at the facility he was housed at, and she was a caretaker. Yeah. Initially.
That's what I was going to go through here.
That I have a massive fucking problem with. Yeah. Because that crosses professional boundaries and lines. And my opinion, it's highly inappropriate at that point. Yeah. If it were just that they had met and, you know, and it was whatever, I don't fucking care. Yeah. It's her fucking life. It's his fucking life. Bug the fuck out.
Yeah. So her name is Olivia Hopkins, but I'm not going to call her that. I'm going to be calling her Mrs. Vagina Jones, which is her fucking Twitter name.
That was her Twitter handle, wasn't it?
Her handle was Beans Hype, but her name on there was Mrs. Vagina Jones. So I will be referring to her as Mrs. Vagina. On July 2nd of this year, Vagina Jones tweeted the following and was encouraged by her friends. She said, "Why am I considering this? He is 90 years old. What is wrong with me?" Her friend here goes, "Do it. Get the bag, sis. Get the money bag." July 23, the following screenshots are from a DM. They're discussing the possibility of a sexual relationship. She said, I asked him what he actually wants in our relationship to be, and we talked about the emotional aspect, and then he did say that if I want to do any sexual activities, then he wants me to feel comfortable talking about that with him. And he said he could not get me pregnant because he had a surgery from cancer that makes it where he cannot ejaculate semen. Which is, and this is, that she follows it up with, which is good news, I think.
Oh, shit.
You think?
Well, no. Well, you know, I mean, she is 19.
Yeah, I mean,
she
you're not going to get
want someone to knock her up that's 89.
Because you're not going to get much.
I'm sorry.
You're not going to get much child support out of that.
men can still have children at 89.
Yeah. They can have children after they're dead. They are still producing semen after they're dead for a bit. God, I wish I didn't know that. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So moving quite along, and I'm sure she was relieved to find out that she couldn't get pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was a relief that he wasn't looking for an heir that he never produced, and yada yada yada.
Oh no, he has heirs.
I know.
I don't think it's in this chain.
That was a relief probably to her that she wasn't looking at having to get knocked up.
I don't know if it's in this chain that we're going through here, but I did see somewhere she had said, "Oh my God, I have a step grandson who's 13 years older than me." Yeah. So what? That'd make him my age? Be like me looking at a 19-year-old going, "Hey, grandma." Ugh.
See, and here's the thing. Like, again, it's nobody's business, and we wouldn't be cringing if we didn't fucking know about it, and we wouldn't fucking know about it unless somebody got fucking, curious or offended or... And as far as I was aware, when this all started, she was still working at that facility.
Yeah.
And because of this, she was fired.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, so she's saying, if we get married, I would be the sole person who gets his inheritance. Now, I just said that I'm pretty sure he had grandchildren. So, what, is he going to sign everything over to her? Or no? Oh, wait, I think the way it works is if you don't have a will, it just goes to the partner. It doesn't go to the children. Yeah. You have to set some... Yeah. Fucked up.
And honestly, if he had any kind of money, he would have had a will drawn up anyway. And I doubt that he was in a position to changing it.
No, this is a deleted tweet, but someone had said, "Yeah, but you and me, we're going to take his inheritance, leave our dreams with these two other people."
Didn't she shut down her Twitter eventually?
She did. And I don't know why some of her tweets were still appearing on my phone that I got screenshots of. I'll go through later.
If it's in your timeline,
oh God!
Even if the account is deleted, it will stay in your timeline
because your phone has already downloaded it.
Correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here she goes. Horny and old man. No man has an excuse to spend less than 2 hours downstairs again. If your great grandpa can do it, then you can too. Oh boy! Wait till you get a picture.
She's got a point.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
No, I don't need to visualize it. I'm good.
This is 24th of August now. I'm gonna piss and shit and vomit on myself. Lee has so much fucking money. Fucking hell, I've literally been homeless before. Oh shit. She said something in a conversation. Damn, this made me sad too. I don't know what the context of that is, but this guy says, "Aren't you engaged?" She said, "Bro, he could die before Christmas. LMAO." LMAO. Fuck.
Yeah,
Oh, here she is flirting with someone. I think this guy says, "Cook the shit out of me," in the replies, and she said, "Okay, send me your meat," with a cheeky smirk. He said, "I'm telling Lee," which I think is the husband. She said, "What's he gonna do? Forget?" Because he has dementia, I'm pretty sure.
She's got a great sense of humor, though.
But okay. But if you're gonna commit grand robbery or grand larceny or whatever you fucking call it, be a little bit more discreet about it. Don't leave evidence all over the place. Don't rob the bank and then write your Twitter handle on the fucking wall. And then live tweet about the robbery while you're doing it. Would you take a snap and put it on your Snap
Periscope,
story?
On Periscope, you go live. Like, hi,
followers. I think, what you just put in the Discord chat, Jesus, I think is what we're going through right now. Thank you for this thread, Jesus. This thread actually I found because of Jesus. Oh, this tweet has been
no.
deleted. She said, "Why did her husband just refer to my pussy as love flesh? I'm gonna piss myself." Does he not have Twitter? Oh, well, he's 89 years old. Of course he doesn't have Twitter.
No.
The cutoff age for Twitter is 74.
No, it's not. It's like, no. It's like 65, I think.
Donald Trump is
Except
74.
Oh, okay, then that's
Exactly.
it. But Stan Lee was on for a very fucking long time.
Yeah, another old man that got taken advantage
I think
of.
he was like 89
Oh, here's the one I was
or
talking
90.
about. My step-grandson is 13 years older than me, and I have a step-great-grandchild. Oh. And the step-great-grandchild is probably too old for her to be the mother of.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh, God. Here she is flirting again. I did say the next one would be spicy. Early goodnight team. There's a guy. He could be naked, could not be. I don't know. Maybe I should fact check that. Would you like me to fact check if this man naked? Twitter.com/. I won't show you guys.
Pretending I'm not here. You can do whatever you like.
Not Crypto King. Crypto King would have been too cool. Crop Top King. Wow. Okay. Crop Top King. Oh, his account doesn't exist anymore. This dude's account does not exist anymore. Oh, it gets unless I typed it wrong. Crop Top.
Well, that's possible.
King. Double it. No, I did it right. Doesn't exist.
Huh?
But anyway, she wrote back. So when I'm widowed, do you want me? Like, she's already shopping for her second husband. She's gonna get the bag, and then she's gonna get the meat bag. October 10. So that was. Oh yeah, that was October as well. So we've gone from August to October. Oh God, and here they are married. It's fucking 2 days ago. He said, "You better not wear heels to our wedding," and I said, "Don't worry, they're small." Someone said, "I'm so confused. What is going on here?" She said, "What does it look like? I got married to an old man. It's pretty straightforward." Oh God, he looks like a burns victim. He's that old. Like, his skin is just fucking melting because he's too old.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So, I'm surprised that A, he has that much money, and B, that if he had that much money and family members, why they would not put in a court order to stop the marriage based on his dementia and his inability to enter into a contract with full conscious of peace of mind.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised that he must have done it behind everybody's back, or I don't know. And I would be very surprised if he does have money, if the family doesn't go to court and try to get a power of attorney over him.
Yeah.
And then try to annul the marriage.
Here's a fucking spicy oopsie tweet. So I think she met him late July, towards the end of July. This is early July. Oh, no. No, sorry, I'm getting the dates wrong because you Americans are weird. This is September. Oh, so she's already with him at this point. Okay. Well, she said, "I wish I could start an OnlyFans because I don't care about people seeing me naked. But for some reason, I have a thing about taking money from people." Fuck.
Yeah, she's laying a groundwork. I'm telling you, I'm sure his family is in the works of trying to handle all that. And if she just got laid off, she'll be even easier to deal with.
Sorry, I'm just reading. I try and flirt with someone on here, and they're like, "You're getting married." Damn, bitch, we know. I say it in every other tweet. Y'all don't think my husband knows I get bitches? He and his wife were together for 70 years because they could sleep with other people. Oh my God. Is that the key?
See,
is that the secret?
Yeah, I am the last person to talk about what works and what doesn't work. As far as I'm concerned, me personally, I think monogamy is a fucking joke. I'm not even sure I believe in polygamy. So I think it's all a fucking joke, but that's just me.
Yeah, I have trouble just getting one. So
Yeah,
I don't really have an opinion.
see, me personally, there is no way I could handle multiple partners.
Yeah,
no way.
couldn't.
No way. I can't even handle my friends. Like, I don't even fucking remember their birthdays. Like, I'm awful. So why am I going to have multiple people that I'm going to disappoint?
Yeah. So this was another picture of her going, "We are married," and it's they're cutting the cake. Look how that fucking cackle. I would look exactly the same. If I knew that I was attached to a fucking bomb, and then then it's gonna go off soon, and when it does, it's going to give me like all of the money.
Goodies? Yeah. Goodies.
Yeah, that's what he is. He's a fucking piñata.
He
is a piñata.
That's exactly.
When she bangs him.
Exactly. Thank you for pulling that out of my head. I couldn't remember the name.
When she bangs him.
Wait a minute.
I hope you're watching this, by the way. When she bangs him, she's trying to fucking kill him. Like a piñata. She's trying to break him, because when he does, and it'll be before Christmas, she's going to open that bag, the bag, like she said earlier. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
All right. Do we have anything else? I think we're done.
No, we got that Trisha thing you wanted me to look at.
Oh, fuck that. I mean, it's been an hour. I don't want to subject anybody to Trisha Paytas. Yeah, I mean, I'd feel awful for anybody. And honestly, I don't think we've had to cut anything in this episode, which is a fucking rarity.
Like, who's going to leave? Like, who's going to be kicked out? I guess the man usually gets kicked out.
Do you know what it's like to share custody with a child?
I do. I had divorced parents.
You think that's easy?
So Trisha wants to get pregnant with her current boyfriend. Mm-hmm. She's talking about wanting at least 3 kids. And she was talking about how she really wants to be a mother and yada, yada, yada. So.
Yeah, for sure.
I turned out okay. I'm functional.
Just because you make money doesn't mean
you're
okay.
way crazier than me.
That's so not true.
No, but you're way
And this is why it derails?
That's not true.
See, yes, that is pause it. So this is exactly what that was the trigger. What for her? That was the trigger.
When he said you're crazy.
Tell her she's fucking crazy and watch her go crazy.
That's
and that was it.
Oh God, look at those eyes.
Yeah. See, she's totally triggered. Totally triggered. And you know, and I'm sure she will never hear this. I'm sure it'll never come across her desk. But for anybody that is aware of being triggered, she probably isn't 100% present. She is actively in a behavior pattern of getting triggered and reacting. Yeah. So I'm not saying she's not accountable. I'm not saying she's not responsible. I am just saying this is a blind spot for her. That's it.
I don't hide anything.
Okay.
I literally don't. You literally just said how honest I am, and you respect that about me.
But you hide.
Does she
the
walk
crazy
off?
Yeah, you
I don't
share
hide.
a lot.
No, I don't hide.
Oh no, she did there.
I'm all out there.
You're gonna skip to the bit where she walks off.
Eyebrows and everything.
You were into pills. You never talk about that you were a pill addict for a minute.
What?
Yeah,
she went there.
Really into pills.
Oh, he didn't know what to say. He's like, what?
No, I think he was honestly in shock. Yeah, I think he was honestly shocked that she was doing it on air or on record, and like that was. And I'm telling you, she's triggered. She's absolutely triggered.
You literally just said how honest I am.
Look how long the pause is.
But you hide the crazy, is what I'm saying. Yeah, you
I don't
share
hide.
a lot.
I don't hide.
You do hide the crazy.
I'm all out there with no fucking eyebrows and everything.
You were into pills. You never talk about that you were a pill addict for a minute.
What?
Yeah.
That long ass pause when he's like, "Fuck, what do I say?"
Yeah, and I love his initial denial.
Yeah.
What?
Talk to the Hand got more episodes out than this.
And I will wish you well, because I've always wished you well.
Could you imagine if we did that? Did a Friendlies
No,
podcast?
because we're not that fucking civil. You'll be crying and I'll be screaming. So I'm not worried about that civility.
No. We already do a podcast. It's this right here. This is it.
Exactly.
I wasn't talking about you and me, you dipshit.
Oh.
I was talking about the animal organization.
Oh.
From Talk to the Hand
about
podcast.
Our future.
Yes. I'm saying, what if
you guys never completed the second go around, did you?
No. They completed the first one. Because I was the one that fucking blew that up, but because someone else blew up the second one, no, we don't have to finish it off there. Oh no, let's just pretend. Okay, we're gonna acknowledge that actually nobody's listening, and not even bother wrapping it up. And then it was in that moment that we realized the guest that we had was the only listener that we had.
The first time around, didn't somebody do a video about how you guys were breaking up and it was the end?
Yes, within 20 minutes.
And then the second time around, absolutely nada.
Nada.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just checking my memory because I have CRS. Can't remember shit. I know, it's a grandma joke.
I had a whole fucking throat full of Coke then when you said that. It nearly went everywhere. I was like, what does that mean? And something like big medical term or something. I can't remember shit. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so if anybody is interested in that, it's the last episode of the H3 podcast with Trisha Pianist.
The Frenemies podcast.
And where it starts getting very interesting is at 1 hour, 5 minutes, and like 30 seconds. And go from there. And it is an absolute fucking hysterical riot. Like, at first you're like, is this a work? Like, what is this? And you realize she's got resentments against him. And she's even holding her tongue. And that's her holding her tongue.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Let me check my notes.
And you know what? I am expecting...
one more thing. Sorry, go. You go.
Well, I'm expecting a video of her on her kitchen floor at some point crying about this situation. That's the only reason why I'm like, okay, well, this is going to turn out hysterically horrible.
God.
So.
Damn it, we've got. Sorry, go. Sorry.
It is literally a train wreck that you can't walk away from.
We've got fucking Pianist Tanooki listening live because he's a Patreon. You can listen live if you go to patreon.com/Mickey Mitch. He's fucking taking screenshots and he's doing this shit that he does, or he's fucking making me look old. Live
it's not
as
that
we
hard
go.
to do, really.
I know.
Yeah.
I have one more thing that I'm glad...
You just don't like it because it's going to be accurate.
It is pretty accurate. I look like my grandfather with
Yeah.
a mustache. I'm glad I took this down as a note because I got one more thing to add. So I started yesterday writing. I mean, I've had these dot points for a while, but yesterday I started actually writing out Detective Pikachu 4, the cartoon, where it's nearly been. But I realized halfway through, I'm writing it. It's not finished yet. I'm still writing the first draft, but I realized, wait a minute. Because I was looking at the older ones, to try and figure out shit. Yeah. And I realized for every Detective Pikachu, except for the first one, because I don't think it was that long, didn't justify this. But the 2 and 3, before they were animated and I had them written, before I'd even voiced them, I got Lila to look at it. And she would pick, because I would push it really hard, with some of the jokes and stuff.
No.
I'd push it out there. And then she would go, oh, this is too far. I think that's too far. Dial it down a bit. Bring it back.
Yeah.
And I'm writing this one. And I realize, oh, shit. I can't show her this now. There's no one to hold it back. So I'm just warning you. There's going to be 2 versions. There's going to be the YouTube version that's safe, because even I will know.
And a Patreon version, I hope.
I was thinking just putting it on Newgrounds for free.
Oh, well, see, I would do a Patreon. We'll talk about it later.
Gets the money, because I am unemployed. I'm very
For a
unemployed.
buck. Like, I think people for a buck would want to see the NSFW or whatever, not safe for work.
Would they though? It's not going to
it.
be vaginas and well, maybe there will be a vagina. I think so, but yeah, there's going to be an erect cock with cum dribbling down it. Yeah, obviously.
So, I mean,
you cannot
totally
put that on
Patreon.
YouTube.
No. See,
All
I would do it on Patreon and then upload it to VidMe or something. Vimeo or whatever
Vimeo.
that is.
Yeah, I think Vimeo would be okay.
Vimeo, yeah.
I mean, and if it's not okay,
because you can show that kind of shit over there.
oh, you can.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I'll put that on Vimeo then. All right, so if you want to see cum dribbling down a cock in Detective Pikachu 4, become a $1 patron when it comes out. Hopefully soon. I could have made fucking so many.
I mean, because think about how much extra work that you have to do to make it NSF or
not
W.
much. No,
like it's
just
gonna.
blur it.
Yes, yeah, you've got to spend extra time to take away, put in, black out, da 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 da. So I mean, it takes a minute. So why not get a buck?
Yeah. Pianist Tanooki in the chat says you can show tits on Vimeo. I wanted to show more than tits. I wanted to show cartoon cocks and cartoon cunts. And cartoon cum. Cartoon cocks, cum, and cunt. That's what I wanted to show. Like, it's going out there because, yeah, the person that has been making me dial it back, they're still around, I guess, but we're not on the kind. I don't think I can give it to her, the script, and say, read that. So, yeah.
Yeah, and if you give it to me, I'll be like, that's fucking hilarious. So it's going to be useless for
I probably
me.
could, and I honestly think she would honestly read it and give feedback.
She totally would.
She would, but I don't have to.
Absolutely would.
I don't have to anymore.
Nope. No, you can flush your own toilet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's your moment of clarity for the night.
Yep. Thank you. It just made me picture
you're welcome.
shit getting flushed down the toilet. All right. I've been Mikey Mitch. This is Perfect Paradox. Check out patreon.com/Mikey Mitch. Link at the screen thing there. It's spelled with a C because it was Mickey, but Mickey sounds like shit. Mikey sounds cooler. I say that wearing a pink hat. I know that I don't have the right. Oh, I just.
Hey, did you give the money to the breast cancer people?
Yeah, I did. I put that.
Oh, great.
I put that receipt on the Patreon, and that's a public post too on Patreon, so anyone can see that receipt. Okay. Pretty sure it's public. You don't have to become
Very
a
cool.
patron to see
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I just must have missed it, but that's good that everybody knows they can access it and know that you
I'll put it on screen.
you contributed.
And there's the receipt details.
X that out.
So if you want to fucking... Am I allowed to put their address and their ABN number?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Well, there it is there. If you want to fucking send them a letter.
Donate.
Or donate as well.
Yeah, or donate. Yeah, please.
Oh, yeah, there's the receipt
please.
number. That's the important bit. There's the receipt number, 5876, if someone is crazy enough to want to fucking verify that and call them. Anyway,
thank you for doing that, Mitch. I personally appreciate it, and I know that.
Well, I didn't do it. I just gave up something. I just gave up the Patreon for a month.
Yeah.
They can do the Patreon's names
you gave
down
up
below.
The Patreon for a month. Like, I mean, that's something. I appreciate it, especially being a woman and being genetically predisposed to breast cancer
and having tits.
So.
Oh, KFC Jesus is back. Hang on, does KFC Jesus? Before we go, did you want to give a quick sermon?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my sermon for today. Don't put on tomorrow.
Wait, what? Don't put what? You cut out.
Don't put off tomorrow what you can shit on today.
And with that, goodbye. Egoraptor, please.
Love you guys.
Egoraptor, please make more cartoons.
Mitch, you make more fucking cartoons.
I am. What, you listening?
Thank you.
Make more.
I'm trying, man. It's real hard being hungover all the time.
I know it is, Mitch, but you can do it. I know. Are you kidding me? Animation is one of the most agitating things you can do with your life. Really is.
Work on the
Have you tried
function of functional alcoholic.
Hang on,
Mitch.
have you tried putting a pin, a needle up your cock hole?
I put things up there, but not a pin. Well, wait, did I? I think I might have.
Okay,
Oh.
Ego Raptor, please make more cartoons.
Goodbye.